BoDean 52, how are you folks? You know, we get new bikes and we spend so much time actually upgrading them, whether it's accessories or making them more powerful. And then we have an old style bike where we try to do everything we can to leave it like it is. But my question is, when it comes to the motor and performance, when is enough enough? Alright, so if there's 100 motorcycles sitting at a rally, how many of those do you think have some sort of performance upgrades to them? And do they really need them? Let's talk about just that. So if you follow the channel, you'll know I just returned from a 1,300 mile motorcycle vacation with some buddies. Rode some fantastic roads, different terrains, different twisties, a whole lot of stuff that will test, if you will, a motorcycle, and at times the skills of the rider. Now, today, I am out on my 2000 Road King Classic because my good old buddy here, Duke's been sitting in the garage too long while I've been away, playing around with my Road Glide Limited, but I really want to talk about the newer bike, or newer bikes, not just my bike, right? And when we buy a Harley Davidson, this is for mostly Harley owners, but I'd love the feedback of everybody, we know that we're going to upgrade them. We are going to probably put on new mirrors. We're probably going to put on exhaust. We're probably going to put on a new seat. We're probably blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Now, many people just keep it stock, and for those people, they're probably smarter. But let me tell you why I think we should have a different opinion on upgrading. Now, first of all, I agree, it is up to the individual. Whatever you like and whatever you want to do and whatever is important to you, that's what I say you should do. There's no doubt about that. I'll never differ from that belief. And but when you get a bike, so for me, the first thing I normally will do is I'll put a set of mufflers on it, right? You just do that. You want a little bit of that Harley sound. It doesn't sound real great coming out of the factory, and that's just kind of what you do. Now, that's not necessarily going to give you more performance, anything of significance or anything at all. May make you feel better, sound better, looks better. I agree, man. I love it. First thing I'm going to do, right? And then at some point, like I did on my Road Glide Limited, I completed a stage 1 on that bike. Now, whether you believe the percentage of, 10% more performance or 8% or 12%, whatever they say it is significant on a stage 1. Does it feel different? Yes. Is it significant? No. It's really not at all, right? It doesn't make that huge of a difference. Hello, officer. But the question is, what's next? You're going to do the accessories, and now it's motor time. It's performance time. Now, there's a lot of other things you can do for performance other than just the motor, right? But in general, let's just talk about horsepower, right? What do you need? So, the next stage is, stage 2, people put cams in. Some people go right into a stage 3. My Road Glide is a 114. You're like, let's make it a 131. Let's do a rebuild. Plenty of stuff that you can do. And I've watched tons of videos on that, and impressive stuff, and that's really cool. And I'll tell you, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind having it on my bike at all. I know Determined Veteran's done some builds, and I'll leave a link to his channel so you can watch that as well. That have been pretty cool. And I've also watched some that have upgraded their motorcycles and had problems with it. I can name 3 or 4, and okay, so maybe that's 1%. So when you look at the numbers, it's not that big of a deal, right? But my question really is not necessarily that, because the why is because we want to, because we're guys, dudes, and gals that go, man, I like more power, I like more performance, I like, and there are times that we may need that, right? You ride in the Smoky Mountains, you ride a lot of 2-up, you know, there are a lot of reasons that you may want more power, and it makes sense, right? Other than the reason is because I want to. Maybe some people do it because other people do, which I hope that's not the reason that you do it. You do it for you, but overall, it's like, it's just better. I like the better performance. It's cool. But I contend that, do you really need to do it? Now, especially coming from a guy that would probably do it, right? It makes me think a little bit. So, of the folks that are also doing those stage upgrades or performance upgrades, sometimes I question why I come this way, because there's usually traffic right here, and it really bothers me. Must be a car show day. So what it makes me think about is all the upgrades that somebody makes to their motorcycle. Let's say they had a couple stage kits. Do they match the upgrades to their motorcycle? Mostly when it comes, again, to performance, to their skill level. So, if you take my 114 right out of the box, right out of the dealership, and ride that thing for mostly what I do, it has plenty of performance. Actually, much more performance than I'll probably even touch at my skill level. So, I wonder, does that really make sense? And could it be dangerous for some folks, right? I think I have enough skill that that's not a problem. But this road seems like there's oil on both sides of it, which is why I'm right down the middle, if you're wondering. But I just kind of question is, so you spend $3,000, $4,000, $2,000, whether you do it or have a dealer or somebody else do it on these stage kits, and you don't have the skill level for the bike that is already could probably outperform your riding skills, does that really make sense? Or should you maybe take that money and put some more accessories on the bike, or actually take some sort of training class, skills class, maybe advanced rider or beginning rider class, so you could get to that point where you can't update your bike to your skill levels. Trust me, it's just a thought. I have a stage 1, and I don't know if I'll do more or not. I hate to say I won't, because then 6 months later I do something, so I'm trying to stay off that bandwagon. But I do see a lot of folks that I know that have upgraded their bike, and their skill levels barely match the stock bike. I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Obviously, there's a lot of things I can do on the Road King. It has an older engine, obviously a 2000. So, anything I do mostly will probably be cosmetic. And again, I know there's plenty of stuff I can do to change the performance in this thing. And, I'm trying to keep it as close to stock as I can. As a matter of fact, one of the things, a company reached out to me. This thing has the soft bags, and I know a lot of people like the hard bags, and I do kind of like the soft bag look, even though it's kind of a pain sometimes, and the bars, and I've had an opportunity to get some 14 and 16 inch apes sent to me, as well as I have a company that wants to send me some hard bags to do a review on, and I've really been no, I don't know if I want to do that. And but maybe it is something good for me to at least throw on the bike, do a quick review to show those people that may want to change it. But man, I'll tell you what, I cannot see myself getting rid of these soft bags. But hey, we'll see. I know from a performance standpoint and how I ride this bike, it is perfect for me. And I know that I can still get more out of my 114 on my Road Glide. But do I really want or need that? A good friend of mine said to me a long time ago, do you really need more power? And I guess the answer is no. But I want it. Alright folks, that is it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Does that make sense? And I am not suggesting don't upgrade your bike. I'm not suggesting keep it stock. What I'm suggesting is it's something to think about. Maybe using that money for skills or something else may make more sense unless you're outperforming your bike with your skill level. That is it for today. Thanks for tuning in the channel. There's been a ton of new subscribers to the channel over the last couple months. Thank you. I appreciate you listening to this middle-aged guy hop on the back of a bike and talk to himself. Humbled by it, appreciate it, and always love to hear your comments, feedback, and any type of safety course that I can take for that guy pulling and stopping real quick. Focus, BoDean, focus. Anything that you would like to see me do a video on, leave in the comments. I'd love to do that, because at the end of the day, this is about the friendships, the riding, and feedback from you all. Be safe out there, check on a friend, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye, folks.